an attempt to make West African governments more accountable. In a survey by the NGO Transparency International, the sub-region is perceived by its residents as one of the most corrupt areas on the planet. This World Bank-funded programme brought together civil, state and private sector actors across 4 countries. Their focus: to make sure big money government contracts were awarded fairly.
Transparency, participation and accountability are not just lofty principles. They affect people's lives on a daily basis. Together, they ensure that those with power are responsive to the views and interests of those they represent.
Groups from Ghana, Nigeria, Sierra Leone and Liberia took part. They each focused on a sector that they felt was particularly open to corruption. Nigeria's team chose the power sector.
I've seen a newspaper dated 1986. It said very clearly, this is the deadline for when power sector projects, there'll be no more power failure. And it has gone on for years. So where is it that the money is not being allocated there? Where is it going? And why are we not getting what we have bargained to get, or what we've been told we would get?
During their monitoring, the team wanted to access procurement contracts involving the power holding company of Nigeria. The company blocked their access despite Nigeria's Freedom of Information Act. The team decided to sue.
We faced a lot of resistance before we finally decided to go to court. There was lots of doubts whether it would work, but of course it did work, which was great. In 3 months after filing the case, we got the judgment, and that was really, really good. I think that it gave civil society organizations a sense of confidence that they can get something, that is legitimately theirs.
The World Bank has said that this project is in no way intended to drive a wedge between governments and the civil society organizations who have been monitoring them. Indeed, they say it's a collaborative team effort to ensure that money is being spent where it should be. That's something that Ghana's top prosecutor agrees with.
Citizens are demanding that the state should be their servant, not their master, and that information that governments hold should be open for everyone to see.
This 2-year pilot project has now come to an end. Without more funding, it will be tough for the monitoring groups to continue. But they do believe they've stoked the interests of citizens in making sure governments are held to account. Katerina Vitozzi for CCTV in Accra, Ghana.